Hello Flosstube, my name is Tamara. Welcome to my channel Tamara Cross Stitch. And today's video is going to start like this with such. Okay, I'm filming like holding the phone because I will show you the work in progress, but that one is on the frame and I don't want to move it from there until I'm going to finish it. So the only design I'm working on so far, I mean, like from the last video you saw some of my cross stitch. This is such a design from Sunset, and this is Sewing Room Bears. This is how the design looks like. And the thing is that this is a stamped cross stitch. Yes, it looks like if I would have stitched it here, it would have looked like this. This would be the second design, second project, which I'm buying like a stamped cross stitch, but I want to do a, how do I say, counted cross stitch. And this is how I'm managing to do it. So I chose linen, Zweigart, Belfast. It's the 32nd count. And yes, the design is much smaller as it would have been if I would have stitched it here. First of all, I don't like to stitch it on this fabric. You see, look, if you compare the bears, how this one, I suppose it's like the 27th count, I'm not sure. The design is challenging, yes, something which I was expecting, but it's more challenging than I was expecting. In a second I will show you some details. This is how I work, so that you would understand how a stamped design looks like. You see, it doesn't have like those yeah, and this is my magnet. The thing is that stitching this one makes me, how they say, glad that I understand that now I got out of that comfort zone, and I'm thinking what to do in order to make the design look nice. So first of all, it's a design with a lot of details, and I'm stitching it slower than I'm expecting. I lately discovered that I kind of don't have the mood of stitching a lot or stitching much time as I used to. For example, okay, I had days when I had to do chores, to do things, and I didn't have time to stitch. But when the time came to stitch and I had the time to stitch, I just noticed that I was stitching a little, and then I just didn't want to. I wanted to watch a film, I wanted to cook something, and I said, okay, I won't kind of like make myself do it, because this is not a job, this is my hobby, and I'm stitching whatever I want, whenever I want. That's why in a normal way I would have shown you this one ready and another one started, but so far no. Okay, it's more than a half, I would say, for this one, but still not as much as I would have usually stitched normally. Okay, so what changes happen here? So if you look at this pink teddy, so cross stitches, back stitch, by the way, a lot of back stitch, and here it has like straight stitch. I don't know how it's called. It's a lot of straight stitch here, by the way, you see. So everything like here, it stays straight stitch. It should be done. And before starting it, I was sure that I'm going to do straight stitch as well, because I'm not bad at it. I kind of deal with it. But when I started stitching it, I understood that because I changed the count and it's the 32nd, the design, the stitched design is very small. So some things which I planned in a way, I had to make a change of plans, because simply my plans didn't fit on the fabric. For example, her buttons, you see, her buttons, the buttons of her dress, you see, they are kind of like straight stitch. Here, they were so small that I actually added the mill heel beads. I added mill heel beads and made the buttons. Then hat, you see, here it's kind of, I don't know how to call them, snails. I was thinking of making these roses from how it's called, ribbon, silk ribbon. But when I stitched like the outlines, I saw that I have such small space. I tried one rose. I didn't like how it looked. It looks very crammed. I don't know how to describe. Then I said, okay, I have to change it. And I just made French knots. You see? French knots with two colors of pink and one color of green, or two colors of green. Don't remember exactly. I think it's okay. For me, at least, it's okay. This hanger here, it's we are supposed to do it with, I don't remember which kind of stitch they say it here. Just a second. Stem stitch. I was supposed to do it with stem stitch, gray color, but I'm not good at cording, stem stitch, things like this. That's why I just took kind of, you see, and made it like in gold. What I took, actually, I didn't work for it. I just took it from my stash. This is Kreinik, Japan, number 7, 002J. Yes, so this is the thickest one I have. I took it, I did it. It's not finished because here I'm supposed to do this thing. You see, kind of like a pin. I'm going to do it in the end because I have one more. I have it here, so I'm going to do this hanger. Then I'm going to do for both of them. So here, instead of a French knot, it's going to be a bead, and here is going to be like thread. Yeah. So this is about the hanger. This cupboard, it took a lot of time because it's small details and things, and yeah. The hat, I also had to do changes because first I was thinking, you see here, it's this kind of straight stitch or embroidery. I don't know how to call it. Satin stitch, the satin stitch. I was thinking doing it like this. No, first I was thinking doing it like this. Then I said, no, I'm going to do it like a ribbon. I tried to attach the ribbon, it didn't look natural. Then I just changed and I made cross stitches. You see, in blue I made cross stitches. The flowers, again, they were supposed to be satin stitches. I don't know if you can see it well. The flowers here. But I made them kind of like lazy daisy. Still, I'm thinking of adding in the middle of each flower a bead, making them nicer. Then I started like the Zinger sewing machine. I think it's Zinger because it's like old. Here the jar with the buttons, if you can see. This jar only had 3 or 4 colors of backstitch, by the way. Adorable. I like such designs, by the way. I like them. Yes, I know you change like the thread frequently. You have to do backstitch with different colors. You have to do like French knots, but I adore it. I just adore it. So this jacket already, and the buttons here, you see these buttons, they are actually also satin stitch. I don't know if you can see them properly. They are also satin stitch. I decided to like add real buttons. I just looked through my stash and I put together all the mini buttons I had and the colors I had, and I didn't buy any. So far for this design I haven't bought any materials. I'm stitching it with what I have like in my stash. I like it, by the way. I like it. And now I'm working on this teddy. You see this one, and I have to deal with this part. So this one is in cross stitch. This one has some satin stitch, but I made cross stitch as well here. I have to do the back stitch here. The 2 buttons are going to be like real buttons. The scissors, which are here, I'm going to add a charm. Yes, I decided it from the very beginning. And I have a charm, by the way. I have many charms which are connected to sewing, you see. But they are silver, and I am thinking about adding here a gold one. I have a gold scissor as well, because this one is going to be gold, and gold, like silver charms in time, I don't know why, in time they tend to get dark. I don't know why. But the gold ones, they are better. That's why I'm thinking about adding a gold scissor. And what else? And I have to deal with this one, to think what to do like with this one. So I still have things to deal with like on this part. And yeah, not a lot of things to do if you like. I'm finishing this girl teddy. Do this one. I have to think about his glasses, what to do, because also it's satin stitch in the glasses, and this one on the hanger. So yes, I have to like think how I'm going to do it, but it's super pleasant. It's very nice design. Why did I show you the mess? Because this is how I work. So this is my organization. The threads, super tangled. By the way, I had such a situation with the threads. This color, it was supposed to have two skeins, or how they're called, two strands, not strands. Oh, how they are called when you are putting them together. And I had only one, and this one, I suppose I was supposed to have two. I didn't have any. I don't know why. I took them from my, you know that I have dimensions leftovers threads, so I had them, and I can swear that when I bought it, it was kind of like, you know, like sealed. So I'm not excluding the variant that it's not the person who sold it, like took the threads away. It's the people who used to like pack it many years ago to like miss it. Many years ago, it means like 2002, like 23 years ago. So yeah. As I said, I just, you see, like by the ribbons, YLI ribbons, I brought them. They didn't they went okay. I brought this one thinking like it's you see, it's a ribbon to use it for like the hangers. It's a ribbon, it's not okay. Then I found this one, the buttons, all the small buttons I found, like the beads. Yes, this is how I work with this design, because I have to look in the house, in my stash, what I have, and I have to kind of like improvise and make it look nice. And by the way, the French knots for the eyes, you see here I made like one twist, two threads. And I said, oh, it's okay. Then when I got to this one, I said, okay, let me try, because still I think these are too big. I mean, like the white French knots. I said, let me make in one thread two twists, I think, and they look nicer. So I think I'm going to remake these ones again. I'm not sure, but I think I will remake them. And I even have a frame for these ones for when I'm finishing them. I didn't go to buy it like a frame for like this design, but I was shopping and I saw this one. It's a usual simple frame, and I kind of already measured it and it fits. So yes, when I'm finishing it, I even can frame them. So yes, so far it's this project I'm working on. And yes, I haven't forgotten that I said that I'm going to start this design. This is Heritage Crafts Elegance by John Clayton. This is also winter Christmas stitcher, but due to the fact that I'm stitching a little now, and I don't have like the mood of stitching a lot, I haven't started it yet. I would admit, I cut the fabric, like the right size of the fabric. I worked out like the edges so that it with a fray check. I took out the chart to make a copy, and I'm making a copy. I'm cutting it and I'm like putting everything together. I have kind of a very big chart, and yes, so far I haven't started it yet, but I will because like winter just starts and I want this one to be the project of this winter. And yes, I also know that I said that I'm going to finish the half doll, but due to the fact that I am not in the mood of like stitching finishing, I haven't done it. And what do you think? I looked for myself other projects to finish up. So yes, I didn't finish the one which I kind of said and promised that I'm going to do, but I was looking for others to finish. Okay, the thing is that I still have in my stash designs which are not projects, which are not finished. Yes, because like a couple of years ago I framed a lot like professionally. Now if you noticed, I used to like frame by myself if the design is not kind of like if I can do it, yes, or if it's I can finish it otherwise I'm doing it, because lately I just understood that I like very much when I have my designs finished and I can like put them on display and I can admire them. So I still have a few designs which I haven't finished, and I think that I can do it by myself without going to a professional like framing studio. And I picked some of them which have connection with winter or Christmas. Yes, because winter Christmas is coming. So what do I have? I have such dimensions design. This is from the collection Daydreams, it's called. I like it, but still I don't know how to say. You stitch a little, but you have to finish it and you have to display it. So too little work for the display it asks for. And due to the fact that I'm stitching a lot, now I'm caring about this fact. Okay, so this one was the first one, the first daydreams I purchased like a few years ago. I did it because on YouTube it was popular, like these kits were popular, and I wanted to try. So this one was being sold for very cheap, I think £5 at the time, or 6 if I'm not wrong. They're out of print now, and okay, I wouldn't say that they are very expensive, but still some of them can go high. Okay, I bought it, I stitched it, I like it, and so far it was finished like in the glass they used to have. I don't like that finishing. And last year or the year before that, so I bought another one with Santa. I stitched it, and then I saw it like on YouTube, in Instagram, that stitchers are finishing it in a frame. So this one requires a frame 20 by 20 centimeters, and they are finishing it in a frame. And this one is a beautiful like mat, you know. And I said that this one I'm going to finish in like a frame with a mat. But meanwhile, I found in my stash such a box from Hobbycraft, I think. This one used to have like glass here. I took it out, you see, and you can finish it like in here. I have such a box, it's grayish, I think, and I finished it with a Jasnan design. I like it. And I thought, okay, this one is white, this one is going to look like nice, why not finishing it here? But when I try to like put it here, the thing is that this one is bigger. It's bigger, kind of like, I think, half an inch, if I'm not wrong. The thing is, you can cut it because it's not like draw anything. It's like, but I don't want to, you know, as long as I have it and it's beautiful, why cut it? That's why probably I'm going to like buy a frame for it. So I'm not going to finish it in here just because I don't want to cut it. So I'm going to like buy a frame for this one. Then I have others. Let me show you what I have. Just I picked up, it doesn't mean that I'm going to finish all of them, taking into account my mood of like finishing, but still, if I'm going to manage to finish at least one or two of them, it's going to be a very good thing. A couple of years ago, I remember that I had I organized for myself such a project to finish every month at least one design which was stitched earlier. It was a very good year. I finished quite a lot of things, but unfortunately I stopped. So when I looked through my designs, my stash, like the stitched stash, I found such a design, such a stitched design. This is Blackbird Designs, if I'm not wrong. I remember that there was a time this were like charts were out of print, then they made a reprint, and I bought it in the reprint. At least I know that it's stitched in 2023. And I haven't finished this one because I was thinking how to finish. There was a time when I was thinking like finishing it into a pillow, kind of like pillow for cross stitcher. But the thing is that and use it like on my stitching chair. I don't know how to say it. But the thing is that I realize now that using it means I'll have to wash it. And if I'll have to wash it, this one is stitched, if I'm not wrong, because it's stitched with the threads according to the key. Gentle Art, if I'm not wrong, and these, like the dark red ones, they will like get out of because they are not recommending washing it. I admit that I haven't looked for a frame, like a fitting frame. I will take the measurements and I will see if I can find a frame, like you know, like the standard frames which are. If I'm going to find the frame, most probably I'm going to finish it in a frame. So I'm not going to wait myself to do it like how they say, in a pillow. And the next one is a Dimensions. It's the simple collection, and this one it's not a very old release. I think it was 2016, 17, 18, something like this, because now they have stocking as well. But when I bought it, it was just the design, and I bought it when Dimensions released it, you know. And I remember liking it a lot, and bought it. I think I started that exactly year, and then I left it. I left it until last year, because last year before Christmas I finished it. And I liked this design all the time. It's very beautiful. I even changed here, if you can see, like the Christmas tree, I added beads because these are the decorations. I added cranic like for the sparkle here, like the lights on the house. They were supposed to be French knots of like these colors, but I looked in my beads stash and I added bead of the color of like the French knot should be. Here in the red bows I also added like blending filament, I mean red cranic. Very beautiful. I like it like a lot. And I'm thinking that this one is going to be the one which I'm going to do my best to finish it like this season, so that I would have it. I admit that I haven't looked for a frame, if there is a standard frame to fit, because I think a white frame is going to be okay, and I'm going to look if they have framed this measurement. But I remember last year, because I wanted to finish it last year, I bought such bell pulls, you see, red, and they fit because I measured it, I looked for it, but I haven't finished it yet. So probably I'm going to look if there is a frame with these measurements, and if there is, I'm going to buy a white one and see how it looks in a white frame, so that I wouldn't regret after, you know. And I'm going to try it like, you know, like fold it, put into the bell pull, and to look how it looks into the bell pull, until the end decide which variant is going to fit me best, and finish it. So this is a must. About the rest I'm showing to you, I don't know, but this one for sure I want to finish. Yes. Then I have Just Nan. This is I don't remember how it's called, honestly. It was stitched also like years ago. This is not necessarily winter because it has all the 4 seasons. I don't know how to show you so that you would see, but because it starts with winter and it has this white things like on the edge, it looks like it's a winter design, at least for me, because it starts with winter, the snowman, the bunnies, and then it's spring, you see. So this is spring, then it's summer, this would be the summer, and then it's autumn, and then kind of like winter comes again because there are snowflakes here. The problem, why do I have such designs not finished? I mean like the long samplers from Just Nan, because I can finish them anytime into a bell pull, and I understand that I already have a lot of them, and if I'm going to finish in a bell pull I'll have even more. But if I want to finish it into a frame, usually frames like this, like not very wide and so long, I don't see very often being sold. I don't know why. That's why most of them are not finished in a frame, because I cannot find like the right frame for them. For this one, by the way, because I looked for the like things I had, I didn't buy anything like now for them. I have such bell pulls, and they are also nice, because such a small design, for sure it will worth being finished in a bell pull. So yes, this one also can be finished in a bell pull. And then I have a design which unfortunately is kind of like not ironed, but still. So this is another Just Nan. This is a sampler, quite big, quite large sampler. It was stitched years ago. Now it's a rare thing to find. At that time I kind of bought one of the last samplers in the shop, you know. This one is almost like it, because it had the chart, and there were 4 colors of thread gatherer, if I'm not wrong, because everything here is stitched with 1 thread gatherer, you see, and beads and the charm. Then I had to add just the pearl, DMC pearl threads, and I wrote like winter with pearl. Then for spring, you see, everything is stitched with a thread gatherer. I just added here. So what I needed to add, it was 4 pearl threads for this one. For a long time I was thinking how to finish it. This is 4 seasons. It means it can be on display all year, like round, you see. I was thinking how would I like to finish it. There was a time when I was sure that I want it in frame. Then I kind of like gave up the idea, and I said this one is going to be a bell pull for sure, because it can like be hanged all year round. If you are tired of it, you take it away for a while, then you put it back anytime, kind of like this. Then I was looking for the bell pulls, so what bell pulls I should put here. Till the end I haven't decided anything. It's just now I pulled it out and I looked for the bell pulls I have. I have such a bell pull. This is yarn 3, I think. The thing is, yes, these ones are long, but this is the kind of bell pull you are cutting them and you are making the length you want. I bought them from US years ago, and I have 3 pairs. I mean, I have 3 packages. I'm kind of like feel sorry to cut them and use them, but still I understand that I have 2 more, and I understand that I have to use them. I won't keep them forever. I like how they look, you know, and I think they are going to look pretty nice with the fabric, with all the thing. I don't know. So yes, as I said, about the Just Nails, the Blackbird design, I'm not sure, but this one for sure I would like to finish, and maybe the Dimensions Daydreams, because if I find the right frame there, it's like 2 minutes and it's framed. So yes, now I'm hoping that my inspiration, my muse, my, how they say, desire to stitch a lot and finish a lot will come back, and I will start doing all of them. And pretty much that's everything I wanted to share with you in today's video. I am going to leave here some, like, what I filmed from my birthday when I bought my perfume which I wanted. If you are interested too, like the ones who like watching my recent passion for perfumes. If not, I'm telling you goodbye and see you in my next videos. And in the end of the video, I would like to speak about Shalimar, for those who like such things of mine. Yes, because I cannot stop, but eventually I will stop for sure. It's just, today is my birthday. It's a simple mid-week working day. And beforehand, my husband asked me, what would you like for your birthday? And I said, I would like a perfume, of course, from Guerlain, of course. And I said, but I would like an expensive one. Just get ready that I would like an expensive one. And he said, okay. And because, as I said, it's a working day, it's like midweek, I told him that I would like to go to the center of London, to Covent Garden, where Guerlain has their like official main boutique. Because I told him I don't want to buy it online, because I want the experience itself, like the feeling, the emotion of buying it. And because I like very much seeing the perfumes which I have in my collections, which I wish to have in my collection. And he said, okay, yes, no problem. So he went to work, I dropped the child to school, and I went to Covent Garden. And because I have an account with them, I had some points, and I would have had like more points with the new purchase. And because it's my birthday, and Guerlain uses to give us scented candle for your birthday, so I was expecting presents as well. I said, okay, I'm going, and I wanted to share with you what I have. So yeah, eventually, as I said, eventually I will stop. I will buy everything I like, because they don't have like endless number of perfumes. By the way, when she put this one, she sprayed it with very expensive perfume. So the main thing which I wanted, this is of course L'Art et la Matière collection, and this is Spiritueuse Double Vanilla. This is a fragrance which it wasn't love at first sight, but because this line, I mean like L'Art et la Matière, it's a complex one. It's not a simple one. You have to try them, as I said, try them on your skin. These are expensive perfumes, so you have to try them on your skin, realize if you like it, to see how your skin gets it and how it like gives. And this one, when I tried it like the second time, I said, oh my god, why I didn't like see this one as a purchase. And they used to say that this is one of the best vanilla perfume on the market. So yes, I have it. And the rest of them, so this was the purchase, the rest of them were like gifts, because I had already enough points. I was eligible to choose like something, and I knew that I wanted this one. This is interior perfume, home fragrance. So this is home fragrance. I'm not sure if this one is being sold officially, because I haven't seen it. I wanted to look how much it cost, and I haven't seen it officially being sold. But it will be my second one. This is, so it's White Orchid home fragrance. I'm not using it like a, how they say, spraying like the bed, my bed sheets or the pillow. I'm using it for my body, but this is not a strong one. And I'm using, for example, in the morning when I have to drop the child to school and I don't have anything else, I come home, I use this one because it's not like long lasting, but it's very beautiful. White Orchid, absolutely gorgeous. And yes, I had one, I think in summer, I took it like And I said, okay, when I'll have the next poems, I'll choose for sure this one because it's too beautiful, and I like it, and I like also because it comes into the bee bottle. You see, okay, and so this is from the poems I got. Also, the candle. Apparently, I was entitled to a small candle, but they didn't have a small candle in the shop, and apparently I made the shop assistant amazed by my Guerlain love, and she gave me a big one. So this is also orchid, like that one, like the interior fragrance. It smells divine, believe me, divine. It's super beautiful. I'm very, very happy about this one. It's my first, by the way, candle from Guerlain. They are being sold on the official site. I also got like samples. She asked me, what would you like skincare or perfumes? I said perfumes. And she was like so nice enough to give me Moscow, Treblanc, and Cuir Beluga. These are the 10 mils. These are not like this one, the smalls, you know, like the how it's called, 2 mils. These are the minis, and they're so nice. They're so nice. I absolutely adore them. Very nice. And that's it? Yes, that's it. So, oh, no. She also gave me, because they have the Shalimar. She gave me 2 Shalimars, but I have this one already. So, yes, this was like my purchase. These were the presents. I had a very nice time. And by the way, the lady was like, she asked me, have you purchased like our new Shalimar? And I said, yes, I have it. I said, more than that, I have a collection of Shalimars because I'm buying like out of production Shalimars. And because this morning I released the short like with this one because it was framed the other day. And I showed it to her and she said, oh my God, what is this? And I said, it's cross stitch. I tried to explain to her and she said, wow, this is wow. She was very impressed, and probably that's why I got so many presents and the bigger candle, because she was really impressed. She said, yes, you are a real like fan of Guerlain. And I said, yes, believe me. So yeah, this were like the I know it's not cross stitch because honestly lately I'm buying very little cross stitch, because if I would find if I found something which I really like, I would buy it, but I don't see like something which would thrill me. That's why so far it's perfumes. When I'll stop and I'll go back to cross stitch. I hope you liked it. I hope I didn't you were not bored, and see you in my next video. Until then, bye bye.